Good morning, family. Um, I said I was going to come and tell you a story about when I was young and how I came to know God in a deep way, how I went on an adventure, and how in my dreams and visions I was able to meet what I thought was Jesus. But I could have just been walking in heavenly realms in my sleep and been visiting the places that I don't remember visiting now because I'm not as close spiritually in the sense that I was praying so much and just really searching. So, anyway, one night after I was newly in the church, maybe about, I'd say less than a year, I was really pressing in because I had just found the most amazing freedom in love, in knowing, and the forgiveness that I received because I had been filled with so much pain and guilt from the past and the things that I'd done and how many people I'd hurt. So in this dream, I was on a ship and my son was with me. At the time, he was about 3. And we were traveling to an island. And when we got to the island, we couldn't go right up to the shore. We had to get off the boat and walk through the seaweed. Now imagine from this point on, I didn't see my son in my dream, so I don't know where he went. But when we went on the island, there was a cabin, and inside the cabin was like a mountain. And indented in the mountain or engraved in the mountain were what appeared to be mounds of steps. Like people were sitting, like a kind of like if you went to a game, you would see it looked like benches, but it was a mountain with like these, people were sitting on levels. So they're watching a TV show, and all of a sudden, as we're sitting there talking, a commercial comes on or an announcement, and it says there's a storm coming, people need to take cover, and it's going to be really bad. People started to panic, and we thought, well, there was a mountain close by. People wanted to go over the mountain. I couldn't understand, why are you going over the mountain? When I saw a hole in the side of the mountain, we went through it, and as we got to this huge cavern, there was this big pole that went across the cavern. And I remember telling everyone, we can go across. We just have to be careful. We're safer in here than we are out there in the storm. And I saw people walking over this pole that was across this chasm or cavern that was very, very deep. You die if you fell. And they were walking and falling to their death. And I heard God tell me, get on your hands and knees, wrap your arms and legs around the pole and scoot across. And I did. When I got to the other side, it was like you were in a foxhole. Say you were in war and you fell into this dirt cubby on the other side where you felt safe. And all of a sudden I felt this presence and I thought it was Jesus. And I heard this voice say to me, I have spared you, my child, and I love you. And the next thing I knew, I was transported back to this cabin. But there were very few people there now. A lot of people had disappeared. They'd fallen to their death. They were fearful, or they'd went somewhere else. I don't know where they were. And then immediately following, there was another broadcast saying there's going to be another storm. People were like, we have to get off this island. We have to get off. And they were calling people to come and get them. But I heard God tell me not to go anywhere. And I'm saying to them, but we shouldn't leave. We should wait upon the Lord. He's going to help us. But nobody would listen. So I'm sitting there and everyone's left me. And this young man walks in the door and he sits down across from me and he's just looking at me with the most kindest, gentlest, loving eyes I'd ever seen. And in my heart, I knew he was Jesus. I knew that he was love. I knew that he was there to protect me. I don't know how I knew. But soon he was gone, and then I heard this voice tell me to go into the kitchen and crouch down in the corner. And I did. And all of a sudden, the storm came around me. It was so loud and scary. But then I woke up. And I just began to praise God and thank God that he spared me, because I didn't understand how someone like me, who did the things that I did. And let me tell you, I did a lot of shitty stuff. I'm talking quiet because my son's still sleeping. But I lied. I sold my body. I manipulated. I deceived. I did everything that I shouldn't have did. I didn't know any better, but when I came to know God and His love, everything began to change. And in a couple years, I was walking in heavenly places. And things were happening that were unexplainable in the spirit. I'm sorry. It gets me really emotional. And then a couple years, went by. Things started to get really hard again, and I began to slip back. And people were telling me I'm sinning, you're going to hell. You start to think, oh, this is too freaking hard. I can't do this. And I knew there had to be something else. So I began to search. And that's where I came to the place of realizing that we are love. And our Creator is love. We are made in perfect love. Consciousness. Never. But we are so beautifully made. And we don't even know how beautifully made we are because we've been deceived. So I said I would do this video and tell my story. And I am. And I just woke up, so I look like hell, but I don't care. I hope that helps somebody today. I love y'all very much. Remember, love is not about a feeling.